Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us for this Coronavirus HQ update. I'm Jordan Fremstead. The U.S. reached another grim milestone overnight. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases has passed 2 million. That's according to tallies by Johns Hopkins University. At least 16 states have seen a rise in coronavirus cases in recent days. Arizona, for one, is seeing more than 1,000 new cases per day, up from fewer than 400 a day when the governor ended his business closure and stay-at-home orders in mid-May. Infectious disease expert and White House advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci is urging all Americans to continue wearing masks and practice social distancing. He also says a vaccine for the virus could be available by the end of this year or early next year. The La Crosse County Health Department reported 15 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday. That is the county's biggest one-day jump since the COVID crisis began. Some of those results are from a public testing event that took place at Western Technical College on Monday. In the last 7 days, there have been 35 new cases and 2 people are hospitalized, but so far there haven't been any deaths in the county during the pandemic. Health officials say it's expected that cases will only continue to increase. New cases are also being reported in Eau Claire, Jackson, Monroe, Trempealeau, and Vernon counties. In the state of Wisconsin, nearly 21,600 people have tested positive for COVID-19, 671 people have died, and nearly 15,000 people have now recovered. Many parents rely on child care and other programs while they are at work, but COVID-19 has forced the YMCA's La Crosse's summer school child care programs, which are off-site, to pause for a couple of weeks. 2 staff members involved with the program tested positive, and leaders have decided to close all 12 program sites. The closure will last until June 22nd and affects roughly 800 children who participate in these activities. Officials say the decision was made because safety is the priority.
We want to take a proactive approach to shutting down our programs so that we can really prevent the spread of COVID-19 in our community.
The Y is working with the La Crosse County Health Department on contact tracing, and a reminder the closure does not affect the Onalaska or La Crosse YMCA branches. In Minnesota, a little more than 29,300 people have tested positive and over 1,200 people have died. 24,870 people have now recovered from the virus. For Iowa, over 22,700 have tested positive for COVID-19. 638 people have died from the virus and over 13,800 people have recovered. Local universities are now planning to hold in-person classes this fall, but exactly what things could look like is still something La Crosse's 3 colleges are navigating. In a joint statement, leaders for UW-La Crosse, Viterbo, and Western Technical College announced each school will have a specialized plan, but students should expect a much different experience than before the pandemic.
The 6-foot distancing, spreading those things out in our classrooms, removing chairs. Something that's in flux is the 10 or less, because the new guidelines would say 15 or less, but we haven't made a change away from 10. But that might provide more opportunity for more students to be served.
Stanford also says hybrid classes that blend online and face-to-face lessons will be common in the fall semester. Good news for sports fans. The La Crosse Loggers are set to return to action. The Northwoods League announced this morning that the team will have an opening day on July 1st, and fans will be in the stands. The Loggers return as part of a 6-team pod, including teams from Wisconsin and Illinois. The season will last until August 20th. All teams reportedly have health and safety protocols for players and fans. We will have more details on the team's schedule when it is released. For nonprofit organizations struggling because of COVID-19, help is now on the way. The La Crosse Community Foundation announced the next phase of COVID-19 relief grants. In this phase, they will be donating up to $472,000 in grants to nonprofits up to the end of the year. They will also have potentially more than $250,000 in aid from donor funds. Normally, the foundation uses these funds to help nonprofits launch new programs to find new ways to be effective in the area, but this year they're focusing on surviving.
But our mission and our purpose is really to be responsive to the needs of our community. And really there is no greater need right now for our target audience, nonprofits, than helping them recover lost revenue.
The first deadline for nonprofits to apply for the grant online is July 15th. We want to thank you so much for joining us for this coronavirus update, and we hope to see you tonight at 5, 6, and 10. Take care.